What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Okay, so are Wednesday and Enid a couple? What exactly is the cult Bianca's mom is a part of? Who will Wednesday end up with? Is Tyler coming back as Wednesday's friend? With no further ado, here is why Wednesday Season 2 will go down a different path. Enjoy the video and the spoilers. Let's start off with Wednesday and her BFF, Enid. Are they a couple? After I binge-watched the series in a day, don't judge, I know you did it too, I started the series again. Why? Because according to most fans all over the world, I've missed on so many Easter eggs, and thus I wasn't able to understand some of the fan-made-up theories about the plot for the follow-up. Based on some of these theories, Wednesday Addams, played by Jenna Ortega, and Enid Sinclair, portrayed by Emma Myers, will be romantically linked in the second installment. In fact, these theories claim that the producers were actually preparing us for such a storyline. Another group of fans claims that Enid and the protagonist are not going to become a couple as they were both given different romantic interests in the first season of the show. Wednesday had Xavier and Tyler, but this doesn't mean that Netflix won't try to draw in an LGBTQ+ storyline in season 2. Anything's possible. So could Wednesday and Enid date? When I first finished the show and saw the theory of them being romantically linked, I thought there was no way, because I honestly saw them as BFFs, and I thought that anything more than that would ruin their relationship and would simply look unnatural. But when I watched the show for the second time, I realized that these theories are quite reliable. Although Wednesday and Enid don't date in season 1, the creators could easily pull off a storyline in which they'll become a couple. As mentioned before, the first season features Xavier, played by Percy Hines White, and Tyler, played by Hunter Doohan, as the protagonist's love interests, and Enid's love interest is Ajax, portrayed by Georgie Farmer. But the development in Enid and Wednesday's relationship was given a bigger focus than the one between the titular character and anyone else. When Wednesday first arrives at Nevermore Academy, she hates everything Enid represents. She hates her colorful clothes, and she hates her colorful mind filled with positivity. In other words, the two are complete opposites. However, as the series develops, the two become closer, and it just feels like they understand each other now. Interestingly enough, Emma has even talked about a potential romance between the two characters. She doesn't rule out the possibility of that happening, but what do you guys think? Is it better for the two of them to stay friends? Share your thoughts down in the comments below before we dive into more details regarding the cult that Bianca's mom is a part of. One of the more developed characters in the series is, without a doubt, the fan favorite Bianca, a siren played by Joy Sunday. While the world praises Jenna Ortega's performance, I would like to take a moment and give appreciation to the beautiful and talented Joy. I really hope she'll return to reprise her role in the second installment. In the first season, viewers discovered that sirens can compel people to do their bidding. This storyline was not given enough exploration, even though it seems pretty important. Some fans think Bianca and her mom's cult will have a huge influence on the plot for season 2, and I totally agree. We do know, however, that Xavier, Bianca's ex, thinks she used her siren powers on him. We also know that Bianca's mom is married to a cult leader who wants to use their siren powers to brainwash more members. It's easy to see Bianca's stepfather as the next villain in the series, but who is the stalker? Okay, I just want to know one thing. Did they absolutely have to kill off Principal Weems? Was it necessary? I hope she'll return in season 2 with a spectacular comeback. Per a report by Netflix, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Okay, seriously, with Principal Weems' death, the school is shut down for the semester. When Wednesday packs up and gets ready to leave Nevermore, Xavier, one of her love interests and an incredibly complicated character, gives her a smartphone. Wednesday is not really fascinated by technology and social media, but accepts the gift. Xavier also tells her that he has saved his number on the phone. When the protagonist drives off home, she gets a weird and upsetting message from an unknown number. The sender sends her photos of her with Tyler and Xavier. So who is this stalker? Is it someone we know already? Is it a new character? Is it Bianca? Maybe it's Xavier. That would be too obvious, to be honest. And Tim Burton doesn't want to include expected storylines in his projects. Since Xavier gave the phone to Wednesday, he is the first suspect. But why would he stalk Wednesday? What's the point? With his arc in the story, we don't see any particular reason that would explain him being the stalker. Don't you guys agree? However, there's a very good chance that the stalker is actually the very much alive Marilyn Thornhill or Lauren Gates. In the final battle, Wednesday seems to knock Laurel out, but we don't know what happened after that. It's likely that she survived and escaped. Maybe she's alive and wants to remind Wednesday that it's not over. But since the new season will introduce a bunch of new characters, the stalker might be one of them. We shouldn't exclude that possibility. A lot of fans think that the stalker might be linked to the previously mentioned cult that Bianca used to be a part of, Morning Song, led by a man named Gideon, who happens to be Bianca's stepfather. Maybe Gideon is the stalker. Maybe Bianca and Wednesday would have to fight him in season 2. Maybe he's the new enemy. In the first installment, viewers discovered that the cult has been quite active in Jericho. This makes the theory of Gideon being the next villain more reliable. Feel free to share your own theories, because we might use your very own theory for our next video. A lot of fans keep wondering whether Tyler will come back for season 2, and we finally have the answer. Out of everyone in the series, I never expected Tyler, the kind-hearted barista, played by Hunter Doohan, to be the Hyde. That was definitely one of the wildest plot twists in the history of cinema. This guy turned from the better love interest to the evilest character in the show, aka the murderous creature known as a Hyde. As the Hyde, Tyler didn't really do all those messed up things because he wanted to. Tyler was responsible for all deaths around town, but only because he was under the influence of Marilyn Thornhill, a character played by Christina Ricci. The question is, was Tyler 100% under the influence of Marilyn Thornhill? Was he completely brainwashed? Well, the last scene of him features the last transformation into a Hyde as he is being carted off to psychiatric supervision. But that plan is off because Tyler breaks off the chains and runs away. Thus, he gets the free out-of-jail card. My theory is that Tyler will return, but this time, he will be an ally to Wednesday because of all those feelings he showed at the beginning of the series looked pretty genuine to me. But if he's no longer Wednesday's love interest, then who is it? Since Tyler is the bad guy and a lot of fans don't expect to see him as the protagonist's love interest anymore, this leaves us with Xavier, Bianca's ex, and a person obsessed with Wednesday. Therefore, we expect Xavier to continue developing feelings for the titular character. But there has to be another person because love triangles are what make a TV show more enjoyable and addictive.
My number's in there already.
That's a bold move.
Per a report by Netflix, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss out on any of our videos in the future. Wednesday's stalker sent pictures to her of both Tyler and Xavier, her two love interests, so maybe he or she is in love with her? I mean, why on earth would they send her pictures of both Tyler and Xavier? Maybe they're jealous? See you in the next video.